care about someone's vacation pics or a meme about cats, but my brain was just stuck on replay. My Aunt Tracy, Mom and Elizabeth's other sister, yes, there's a third, lives in Florida and never visits, telling everyone to have some grace, which is rich coming from her TBH. Megan came into my room with a mug of coffee and just sat on the edge of my bed like she was about to tell me my dog unalived. Instead, she just nudged me and said, "Your grandma's been calling here too. Are you going to answer?" I told her I didn't want to talk to anyone, and she shrugged, said I should at least let people know I'm alive. I finally texted my grandma and said, "I'm fine, just need space. Love you." She immediately sent back 10 heart emojis and a paragraph about how family can heal if we try. I just put my phone face down and stared at the ceiling for like an hour. That day was just weird. I went for a long walk, bought myself a donut, sat in the park watching two kids try to catch a squirrel. I realized I was just waiting for someone to show up, like my mom was going to appear out of nowhere and demand I come home, but nobody did. And by the time I got back to the apartment, Megan was making pasta and playing music, and it almost felt normal again. She asked if I wanted to watch a movie, and I said yes. So we watched some dumb comedy and ate pasta out of the pot with forks because we were too lazy to do dishes. It was the first time in days I didn't feel like I was about to snap. But then the next day, everything exploded. I woke up to a voicemail from my grandpa, which is wild because he never calls anyone. His voice was all scratchy. He just said, "Call me when you can. We need to talk." I felt sick listening to it because he sounded so tired, like he de-aged a decade overnight. I waited until afternoon and called him back, half hoping he then called him back, half hoping he wouldn't pick up. He did. And after a long silence, he just said, "I'm sorry you had to find out this way." I asked him what he meant, and he just kept apologizing, saying he should have stepped in, that none of this was fair to me or Elizabeth or my mom. He said Grandma was really struggling, that my mom was barely sleeping, and that Elizabeth had called him crying. Asked if he was mad at me, and he just said no, never, but he was sad. He said families are like knots. It's easy to tie them, but so hard to untangle. I didn't know what to say, so I just listened. After that call, I felt weird, like guilty, but also annoyed because now I was responsible for everyone's feelings again. So here's where it gets even more dramatic. I thought things would just simmer down if I ignored everyone for a while, but no. Instead, everyone started fighting in the family group chat, like actually fighting. Grandma telling everyone to stop. My mom accusing Elizabeth of manipulating me. Elizabeth saying she just wanted a chance to explain. Tracy chiming in from Florida with, "Let's all take a breath." Grandpa sending a link to an article about forgiveness. Like, okay. At one point, Riley dropped a meme of a burning bridge and then left the chat completely. I let it all scroll past and muted the notifications. Got worse when my mom showed up at my door that night. She knocked, and when I opened it, she just stood there clutching her keys so hard her knuckles were white. Megan hovered in the kitchen trying to look busy. My mom came in and sat on the couch. Didn't even take off her coat. She said she needed to talk, and I said fine, but only if she was honest. She started crying, which honestly at this point just made me feel numb. She said she was scared that she was losing me, that she didn't know how to fix it. Told her it's not about fixing it. It's about actually dealing with it for once. I said I was tired of being the glue and I refused to keep holding everyone together. She asked if I was going to see Elizabeth again. I said I didn't know. She said if I did, she wanted to be there. I told her that wouldn't happen. She got angry then, not yelling, but her voice sharp. She said Elizabeth always ruins everything.